Morning, people. How are we all doing today? Trust blessed. Trust you had a blessed night. Fantastic. All right, we're going to continue where we left off, talking about networking. Networking. They say your network is how you determine your net worth. Now, I know I spoke about, networking can be a positive way of building confidence. So I encourage people to go out there, try and meet someone every day, somebody you don't know. But one thing you have to understand is that networking is not just the act of meeting people alone. Networking is actually the act of cultivating that meet. That means turning that meet from being on unfamiliar territory into a familiar territory, then taking it from familiar territory into an intimate territory before you now bring it into a meaningful relationship. And that's when you build a proper network. Now, there are ways you can do this, and the first important thing is you have to be sincere when you try to reach out to meet people. Be sincere and approach them in an authentic way. Don't just approach them in an authentic manner. Be sincere and be genuine in your approach. All right? Make sure that you have in your mind that you're not trying to build a relationship to strive, to last, but you're trying to build a relationship to thrive. Okay? It's important that when you're making this contact, you're leading the conversations with gratitude and genuine desire to get to know the person. Make sure you lead the conversation with gratitude and a genuine desire to know the person. That's how you properly build a network team or a network relationship with somebody. But there are quite a few things you need to be cognizant of that I believe they are what we call network killers when you meet somebody. One of the most important one is talking about yourself. All through the conversation, all you're doing is talking about yourself. I am this, I am that, I am this, I did that, I achieved that, I did that. You're going to cause one or two things. Either the person is overly impressed and starts to get jealous, or just pissed off. I just pissed off. Why do I need all this drama? Because don't forget, when people go into meetings and network events, it's to get to know people. It's not to get to hear you talking about yourself. People also want to talk about themselves. So it's very important. The first suicide you can commit in trying to meet people is to talk about yourself. Show a genuine interest in the person. Ask them questions about themselves. Ask them questions about what the benefit they think they've gotten from the event. Make those questions meaningful. The kind of question you're asking, make it meaningful. Make it questions that you are able to learn from it. Another important one is what I call having a conversational cowardice. You're scared to ask questions because you don't want to look stupid. No. When you ask someone, like you go into an event and you meet a scientist and he tells you he's into some weird big names that you don't understand, don't feel stupid or don't look stupid by asking him, what exactly do you do? Or how is that impactful to the community or to the environment? Be able to, and let me tell you one thing that you have to understand. He will be more than glad to explain what it does to you, because if he feels you're actually showing genuine concern and genuine interest in his work. And that is when you're not taking that immediate contact you've made with that person from an unfamiliar territory to a familiar territory. Because now you've gotten him to start talking about what he loves the most. His work, his achievement. So don't make your first contact or your contact with people all about yourself. It's about showing interest, that you are interested in them. That's how you have effective network relationship with people. Okay? Another important factor is make sure you tune up your follow-up. When you meet somebody and you exchange numbers or you exchange email address or email contacts, try and make sure that you follow up within a week. Drop them an email, say it's good to meet them, blah, 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 but don't overwhelm them. It's very, very important that you don't overwhelm them, you don't spam them. But it's good to follow up. Excuse me. Very, very interesting and very good to follow up. This keeps that relationship that you've had with that person, or that contact you have with that person, keep them fresh in their mind. And then you can now take, if you left in an unfamiliar territory, you can use the follow-up to go into a familiar territory with them. All right? And the last one I'd like to tell you is that helps build that solid relationship with people when you just meet is making sure you do what you say you were going to do. For example, in the course of the conversation, you guys discussed many things. I said, oh, you know what, no problem. I'm going to, once I get back home, I have a few leads I'm going to send to you regarding this subject matter. Please, guys, when you do get back home, send it. It brings about your solid credibility about yourselves, and it takes that relationship up the ladder for both of you. Because now you're not being seen from day one as someone that is trustworthy and somebody that is reliable. Okay? And that itself will help you nurture that relationship faster, and will tend to make that person put you into the quartet of people that they can rely on. All right? So those are some of the key tips I can give you about networking. Networking is very good. It opens immense opportunity that you cannot even think about, from having a solid conversation and having a meaningful relationship with people. So guys, when you go out there to meet people, don't just think about just meeting people. Think about creating a meaningful relationship with them. Stay blessed. It's The Switch.